Hi, you donkey lovers, and welcome back to the Squire Syndrome podcast. I'm Ben Gilman, your host. I hope you're really well. Welcome back to the best TV podcast in the land. Says I, as always, I am joined by the Queen of Scots, Helen Carnes.
Hello.
And the Queen of Lovely Muscles, Tara Chloe. That came out wrong. No. The Queen of King Muscles. No. Yeah.
Okay, hello.
I had something. Troy Salmon's not here. So he's working his ass off to the bone. Hopefully he's not going to drop dead. He's going to be editing this. So, hi. Hope you're well, sir. How are you guys today?
I'm good.
All right. Yeah, I'm okay. How
Good.
about you? How are you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. Just a bit tired. Been a long week, but I'm good. I am happy.
Excellent.
Bus strikes, tube strikes, the whole of lot. I want to move out of London at this point. It'd be much more reliable to have a donkey on a cart to get me around London than the transport network, it would seem. Seriously. Tara, I don't know why you want to come back and visit London. It's much worse than when you left. Things work less. Seriously. But yeah, I'm good. I'm happy. I just watched the other day. What was it? I watched. Oh God, my brain's not working today.
What do you watch?
Sinister 2.
Oh.
Yeah. It's a Blumhouse film. Had what's his name? James Franco in the original, and then the sequel is the cop from the first one. He's a bit of a shit monster, though. The kids do all the work. That's my problem with it. But it's decent. I mean, the kills inside the film frames are pretty nasty. Alligators, people hanging over pools and getting eaten by alligators, and setting fire to people on crosses. It's lovely. It's a film for the family. That film.
It does sound like fun for all the family, actually.
It's not half bad. It's just that the guy in the mask is like the drummer from Slipknot. I keep thinking he's going to put a guitar out and start.
Oh, okay. I mean, Slipknot's famous for that kind of mask.
It's like a member of Slipknot, but yeah. I mean, it's a fine film. It's not one of the better. It's pretty decent. Like, it's not jump scary, but it's got an uneasy mood the whole way through. And yeah, I'm kind of impressed. Normally, modern horror is. I've seen enough exorcisms in my lifetime now. But films like that, where they've come up with something a bit different, and let's be honest, kids are little shit, so, you know.
I went to see Candyman on my own when it came out of the cinema. And the new one. And it just made me realise, like, just how long it had been since I'd watched a new horror film. And I got a little bit frightened. Was it a bit like that for you?
No, I watch a lot of horror.
Well, I do too, but I hadn't seen anything like new.
I watched a lot of new and old stuff, also mix. I'm going to watch Antlers next month because now TV will be getting that. And I watched Magdalene, which is the James Wan one from Insidious.
Okay.
That is mental. That is like proper crazy, some crazy concept shit halfway through. It just spirals. You're like, wow. It's amazing. He's brilliant. If he had done that in Insidious, I would have high-fived him. By the third or fourth Insidious, like, it got a bit boring. There's a fifth one coming, but this one was like a new idea, and it was really amazing to watch. Bonkers idea. I watched Shyamalan's Old as well. That is the best worst movie of all time.
Is it bad worse than Happening? Because that was terrible.
Oh, it's better than that, but it's
with
not
Marky Mark.
To be fair, it's Shyamalan, man. He's up and down. When he's great, like Signs and The Visit, he's brilliant.
And The Sixth Sense.
The Visit is most probably his best film now. I
haven't seen that yet, actually.
Oh, I'm not going to spoil it for you. It's great. But he can't act. I wish he'd stop appearing in his movies because he clearly can't act. And he clearly fancies himself as an actor, and it's always a bit horrific to watch him try and act. It's like watching a porno. When he turns up. No, but yeah, some decent stuff. Then I also watched The Howling as well.
always fun.
The Thing tomorrow as well. The original Thing, not the not the 2011 one. The good one with
Yeah.
John Carpenter. Yeah, I'm on a horror binge at the moment. What about you two?
Well,
Films wise,
Yeah, just before we get to the TV, a bit.
went to see the Batman.
oh, okay. How is it?
It was good. It was good. You know, it was about an hour too long.
Okay,
I've
I
heard
heard
that.
the same thing. Like
3 hours is too long for any
Like, I
fucking film.
think they could have cut some of the plot points, or at least made some of them into a sequel. Because like by the end of it, it was just like, ugh.
There's a deleted scene, and the Joker looks like such a shit actor.
He is. Well, the Joker isn't. No, but they've made the Riddler into a kind of, it's what if the It's like, what if the Riddler had a Reddit account?
Oh, that sounds awful.
Yeah, I mean, and one of the things that I enjoyed most about it is how tired Bruce Wayne looks, because it's like
I'm tired of
Edward
Batman.
Cullen.
I don't need 6 more Batmans. I'm
But
bored of Batman. It's
Edward
Catwoman
Cullen.
again.
sorry, what were you saying, Tara?
Edward Cullen.
Edward Cullen, yeah, being all emo with his eye makeup on.
Does
He's
But
it's a
it's
major
like
transformation.
he was just he just looks tired in it when he's being Bruce Wayne, and it's like, yeah, that's how he should be because he doesn't sleep. So let's have him looking haunted.
But he looks like a bloody emo for My Chemical Romance. It doesn't look like Bruce Wayne. It looks like Johnny Depp trying to cosplay as him. It looks awful from the trailer. It doesn't look like Bruce Wayne at all.
Wait, did he sparkle in the movie?
He didn't sparkle. No,
He's
no. He smoldered. He had a smoky eye going on.
Oh, damn it.
But if you look at him, he's got curtains. He looks like Gerald Way from My Chemical Romance, set in
Yeah.
2005. I don't
But
see.
do you know what? That's always worked for him. So why change it?
But it's not Bruce
Yeah,
Wayne.
true.
Sorry, it's not Bruce Wayne.
Yeah, he does. He is good though. No, he's.
Oh, I'm sure he is, but he doesn't look like Bruce Wayne in the trailer. So I really want to. I'll watch it when it comes to now and skip through most of the movie and get to the fight bits because 3 hours is too long.
Hmm.
Sorry, 3 hours for a superhero film. You don't need 3 hours. Just make it 2.
I mean, his hair is nice though in the movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice.
He does have very lovely hair, and he's very dishy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
His hair's really nice, and he's shirtless, but he doesn't sparkle.
He doesn't sparkle. I'm sorry, Tara.
Sorry, it's not vampire this time.
Yeah, he looks like My Chemical Romance.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah,
And
but
that's
yeah.
in the film, I think, because I just looked at it and went, oh, no, that's not Batman. Sorry. I reject you. And I saw Catwoman. I was like, oh, God, Catwoman again for the 4th time. I'm bored. It's just so.
Yeah, but it's Zoe Kravitz in very tight clothes. I mean, come on.
Helen, I've seen
We're
so.
only human.
I know, but once he's done his trilogy, there'll be another Batman a few years later, and we'll do this again. It's just boring. It's like the same thing. Superhero movies are like not that interesting anymore. They just change the origin stories. I'm kind of burnt out on superhero movies. I've said this on the podcast a lot.
Yeah, but they're selling still, aren't they? So people are going to carry on making them.
But I will continue to watch other things, and if people enjoy them, then good for them. That's what I say. It's not
It's
for
good for you.
anymore.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, it's a good attitude to have. If people are enjoying them, then well done. I'd watch some of them, but Batman I'm going to avoid because it's Batman. I've seen Batman enough. I don't need to see Batman again, ever again. But
There's so many Batmans throughout the years.
oh, there's so many now. When I was a kid, there was Adam West and Martin. Oh bollocks! Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton, yeah, and
I think you said Martin Keown. He's an Arsenal defender from 1989. Yeah, Michael Keaton. Then there's Val Kilmer, George Clooney, Batman credit card. I hate that. Christopher Nolan's, Ben Affleck. See, there's too many of them. And now there's this guy, Robert Pattinson guy. So yeah, it's too many.
I think Robert Pattinson did his best with what he was given.
Yeah.
I can just imagine Twinkly Batman. It's a bit of a shame. I would have watched that.
He's not. He's emo
like
Batman.
Batman.
I'm the
got a-
Batman with sparkles coming off of him.
He's
Look
got
how
a lot of
gorgeous I am.
feelings.
Vampires do turn into bats, so Robert Pattinson evoluted into a bat.
Ah, so it's going to turn to Twilight. See, this is the crossover I didn't know I need.
Yes, then yeah, that's what my friend said. Like, he evoluted into a bat because he's a vampire.
Lovely.
An emo vampire, which is Batman.
I think Tara should make the next Batman movie. If it's an emo vampire, I think I'd watch it.
You want an Asian Batman?
Well, why don't you write a sequel? He gets bitten early on, and then he's just a sparkly vampire called Edward. And you find out that the Twilight is a real thing. Batman's the fake thing.
Yeah. I can make an Asian version too if you guys want an Asian Batman.
Of course, there's an Asian Batman. Why am I not surprised? Anyway, I'm going to talk about Friends because this is a TV podcast.
Oh yeah, go for it. You've been watching Friends?
Well, I've been rewatching Friends because I haven't. I'm kind of finishing stuff off, and I kind of want to talk about them when I finish them because I feel like I do better when I got the whole series under my foot instead of halfway through. I haven't got what you guys have got, which is great descriptions and let us in the whole series.
Fair enough, yeah.
I don't want to go into something until I've finished it now. So I'm watching a lot of Friends.
How's it going? What are your observations?
I've changed my opinions of certain characters.
Ross is still a dick, though, right? Please tell me.
Ross is still a dick. Ross is.
Thank you. We can continue to be friends.
Yeah, we always will be friends. If anyone that says Ross is a normal functioning person needs to be slapped.
He's not a good person.
He's the worst one out of the six of them. Chandler's not much better, but Chandler changes through the seasons.
Chandler has some growth, yeah, I'll give you that.
Joey's still Joey, and Phoebe is as well. They don't need to change.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel, too reliant on Ross, keeps trying to pull away.
See, I think Rachel's got some character growth. Like, I think her and Joey actually do a lot of growing throughout the series, and they make much more sense than Ross and Rachel. Because Ross is just petty, childish, jealous, bitter, horrible person. And like Rachel starts out like that, but she gets better.
She does, and it makes me really sad at the end when she chucks away whatever she was chucking away to go with him on the last episode. It's like, oh, you silly bitch. Why? Why?
Well, a job at Louis Vuitton in Paris, wasn't it? A dream job for him.
Ross.
For the dinosaur dick.
Dinosaur dick. That's a great name to describe Ross Gellar. I've noticed. I'm trying to keep track of Phoebe's origins and her past. It seems to get more and more. It seems to change all the time.
Yeah.
Gunther is. I'm beginning to realize Gunther is one of the best comedy timings that they use him so sparingly. Janice's laugh, even when you know it's coming.
Mm-hmm.
That horrible sandpaper giggle, laugh, and she's amazing. I don't know. I definitely love. I don't know. The Joey Rachel thing just didn't work for me. That's the one thing where it was just a bit. I don't know.
I think what I liked about the Joey and Rachel thing was that for once, Joey came from a place of kind of wanting to connect to somebody and like feeling something deeply. So he'd actually made friends with somebody and built something. And then he was like, yeah, I love this woman. I want to act on it. And I think that makes a lot more sense than, I tried to take you to prom when we were children and I've been obsessed with you ever since.
Yeah, where he sabotages every other relationship to be with her. He does.
He does.
I mean, I don't like Emily, but she deserved better.
Yeah, but I think Emily was the turning point for when it got shit, to be honest.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Interesting.
I don't think it's anything specifically to do with the actress or the character, but I think like it's a very clear point of when the characters started to become like caricatures, I think.
I mean, who can forget his epic argument about someone eating his sandwich in the staff canteen?
It's just not funny, is it? Or when he like terrorizes some poor man at the Red Ross. He's like, Red Ross. And then that whole bit where he's trying to kind of mug Phoebe and Rachel to prove that their self-defense classes are rubbish. Like, come on.
I mean, I will give this like, you know, when like very impressed by the first time I heard the word lesbian was in Friends. So there's that. But they don't handle everything else that well for us.
No, I mean, and the treatment of it as well is like, it's a bit, yeah.
How about the bit where they do the video? Oh no, the bit where Ross is trying to get with. I don't know if they're together or not. I can't remember. But there's a great bit where there's the video and the camera turns. It's the prom one, and there's Ross with his little afro and it's
Yeah.
it generally still
Ross,
makes
a grown man trying to take a child to prom. And it's like, yeah, that's fun. That's not creepy at all. You want to go on a date with somebody who's still at school? That's completely normal. And romantic, shall we say?
Yeah. He dates one of the students at one point.
Yeah, not good.
It's not good. Julie, I remember, was the first girlfriend. It wasn't Rachel. She was pretty cool.
Yeah, dumped her, cheated on her, dumped her.
Who else did he date? He dated Emily. Emily was okay at first.
He tried to have sex with his cousin at one point as well.
Oh my goodness. Ew.
I've just remembered, you know his face? Phoebe's cop boyfriend is the dad from Atypical. I've only just together.
Michael Rappaport.
He hasn't aged a day. He's done so well. Don't know what he's doing. It's anti-aging cream.
Yeah, it was quite fun when she was like, Phoebe was finally found somebody to settle down with, and he just shoots a bird. Like, what is the one thing you can do to freak out Phoebe? Oh yeah, there it is.
What, when they wake up in the morning, he shoots a bird.
Yeah.
It's funny. It's a shame. Richard. I mean, I miss Richard. He was a great character. There's that great bit where him and how do you say it? Him and Richard are staying over.
Oh
and
yeah.
have like the dressing gowns on. They had that conversation at the toilet door. It was quite funny.
Oh, they do rock paper scissors for the last condom in the house.
See, that was season 2, Ross. Up to the first 2 seasons, Ross was fine. I don't know. Season 3 onwards, he just turned into this ogre. I don't know why they thought it was funny. It's funny, but you wouldn't have him in real life being your friends group, would you? You would have cut him out immediately.
Yeah, you'd have been like, okay, yeah, you are a bit of an incel, Ross. So off you pop. I wouldn't have that going on in my life.
Who's the best friend now? I think it might be Joey. Monica, I've noticed Monica is still funny even with her little. There's that great bit where I watched the ones where Rachel's having her birthday and the parents are invited, they're in separate rooms.
Oh yeah.
Flats. Just how they get through that is amazing, and they don't bump into each other. You got the great one, they go, oh hey, like in the corridor to avoid them crossing. Then there's a bit where Joey just kisses Rachel's mum as the dad goes past.
I don't think Rachel gets enough respect. I'm adamant about this because people are like, oh, she's an airhead, she's this, she's that, and the other.
She's
Like, no,
not.
she was an airhead. Like when the show started, definitely. Like
She has the most character growth next to
she
Chandler.
has, yeah, she has a load of growth and becomes like a really independent, like stands on her own 2 feet. And the show was about her for like such a long time.
Yeah.
About her finding her way, finding her what she really wants to do, and it's like her trajectory is amazing. And then she just does all that good work and gets with Ross. Like, and I remember watching it at the time because I watched it like when I was a student, when it was on telly, when there was episodes of Friends that people hadn't seen. And like I thought, oh god, that's so romantic. And I watch it now and I'm like, get back on that plane, young lady.
Yeah, don't tap at his door. Let him rot.
He's made his feelings very clear. He's not a good person. Get back on that plane. Go to Paris. Get that job at Louis Vuitton. But no.
Well, that's the thing. I mean, like they were never going to end it.
Hmm.
They were never going to end it without the two of them being together, and that's the thing that holds. I think Monaco and Chandler, they do a good job of not making that relationship boring because they put challenges in there, but they work
Yeah.
through it together. That's how you do an interesting relationship. Not
Yeah.
keep. There's this plot device, right? People always say this about any romantic relationship. You have to break them up to make it exciting. I disagree. I think you can have a couple and make them interesting.
Yeah.
I think what people get annoyed at is if a couple, and a lot of soaps do as well, break up, get together, break up, get together, break up, get together, break up, get together. It's like, you know what? Just stick together.
Yeah, it's not romantic, is it? Like if people paint that as romance, it's like, no, it's not romance. It's just hard work.
And it in my friends group when I was younger, there were people like that, and it wears you down because you don't want to see it all the time. It's just like either be together or don't be together. If you keep breaking up and falling apart, then obviously it's not worth sticking together. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. No, I think, yeah, or like stop doing that to each other and just like let each other go. It does not, I think, and I think it gives people as well, like this idea that relationships have to be dramatic to be interesting. And like not every relationship is like not every relationship has to be like loads of fights and breaking up and getting back together to be fun. Like just let people be happy. Like Monica and Chandler. I love them.
When I first saw them together in London and the crowd's reaction mirrored my own of like,
Yeah.
oh. And then there's the whole of season 5. Or was it 6? 5? 5. Where they're hiding it for half the season from everyone was hilarious.
Mm.
And then when Ross finds out, it is quite funny. That's my sister. And he's like very Italian. That's my sister. I'm so happy for you guys. It's quite funny. Like, oh,
Yeah.
Phoebe and her, this is my bra or something.
Oh yeah, no, she's trying to get, yeah,
Trying
the
to
the
get
one the one
Chandler
where
to
the one where
confess.
everybody finds out. Show him your bra. He's terrified of bras.
It's brilliant. And then there's one where they play the food table,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
where they bet. What is it? There's one where they bet they swap the flats around. The girls and boys swap the flats around because the girls lose at poker.
No, it's the one with the embryos. So there's a quiz.
Ah, right. And then it happened. They change it back.
No,
Is
they
that
no they try and get the flat back for ages, and then all they say is like, if you give us back our apartment, Monica and I will kiss for 1 minute. That's how they get their flat back.
done in one episode or is that done over a couple?
Oh, that's an arc. Yeah, that's definitely an arc. But the one where they lose the apartment is one episode. It's the one with the
Oh,
embryos. So
sorry.
there's like a quiz. It's the one where they have the quiz,
Yeah.
and the question that they lose on is, what is Chandler Bing's job?
Hmm.
And Rachel thinks he's a transponder.
Hmm. Yeah. So I just thought I'd bring up Friends and have a quick chat about what I've noticed. Do you love the dad? Rachel and no, Monica and Ross's dad is amazing.
Oh, Elliot Gould.
Yes, he's a brilliant character. I can't think of anyone else. Yeah, I think I've just picked up a lot of points. I agree with you. Rachel is most probably the best character in the whole show.
Yeah.
Until the last bit.
Oh, and Mike, Paul Rudd.
Yeah, Ant-Man. Lovely.
I love those two together.
Yeah. That's fantastic.
The episode where she meets his parents is one of my favorites. She's talking about living on the streets and they're all just like, what the hell is this? So yeah.
Okay. Right. So what do you guys want to talk about? Because I've done reminiscing about
Done reminiscing. Tara, do you want to go first?
Okay. Yep. So I'm gonna talk about two shows. One is called Bad Vegan. So have you guys heard of it?
I watched Bad Vegan. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So basically, it's about this lady called Sarma, and she's an owner of a restaurant. Yeah. She's the owner of. Let me just find the name of the place. Do you remember the name of the place?
I think it's called like it's a raw food vegan place, though, isn't it? That's what I remember. I don't remember the name of the place.
Vegan place, yeah. So yeah. So it starts with her, and she's a restaurant owner of a vegan restaurant in New York, and I believe she's quite wealthy. Like she has a few business and so on, and but however, things ended with like her then boyfriend, who was a co-partner of the restaurant. So he backed out, he left, and in 2011, she actually met a guy online. And this guy claimed to actually be an ex-Navy or something. Yeah, I can't remember. And
yeah. No,
yeah.
like he was said he was a secret agent, didn't he?
Yeah. And then after that, he changed his name and everything to something Fox, right? What was the name?
Star Fox or something,
Yeah,
wasn't it? I
Star
can't remember.
Fox. Yeah.
Something like that. I can't remember off the top of my head, but it was something like, or Chris Fox or something.
Yep. And when she met him in real life, actually, he wasn't really like his picture or something. He was really bulky, really big size, something. And I can say he's really ugly also, this guy, I don't understand why she's attracted to him. And so nobody actually liked him because he was a bit weird. And her staff actually did some research and they found out that he was a convicted criminal or had been in prison before in another state in America. So his real name is actually Anthony Stranges. Right. So okay, so after that, they had a relationship and he's really a piece of shit. Okay, let's include the fact that she had a dog called Leon.
Oh
Yep.
man, the dog.
Yeah. Yeah, and Leon seemed to like Anthony and all, so she thought, yeah, okay, maybe this guy is nice. So they actually started their relationship, and he was a bit weird, like he kept asking for money and to do weird stuff, and he would tell her stupid things like, oh, I'm actually an extraterrestrial being. I've run through all the time loops and eras and blah blah blah, and I've met you. You're the only one, and I don't know how stupid is she to believe in all this kind of stuff. And he said, you have to do something for my cult of aliens. Your dog Leon will live forever. You will live forever. Oh, my brother is after me. Apparently that brother in his head he thinks he's Thor and his brother is Loki. We're not really sure if he
he got the idea of that, didn't he?
Like, dude, you're fucking not Thor, okay? Chris Hemsworth is more handsome than an ugly piece of shit. So please don't insult Chris Hemsworth, okay? Yeah.
But yeah, no, but the way he kept getting money, everyone was saying money's not real. Like money's a construct. It doesn't mean anything. So if you give me your money, you'll be repaid tenfold. Like, and he'd be saying things like, "Don't you want your dog to live forever? Like, don't you want?"
Yeah, that's so stupid. Like, who would believe that? Dog will never live forever. Nobody lives forever. Seriously, yeah. And well, so I'm not sure what he did with all the money. Actually,
Gambled it.
Oh, okay. He does remind me of someone though. Yeah, who keeps asking for money. Anyway, Yeah, so as I said, he lost the money and all, and after that they became convicted criminals. She was charged of defrauding a few investors, and they went on the run apparently. And this is the gross part. Normally, when you think going on the run with a partner is romantic, but this is not romantic because from what she said, he didn't really bathe and everything, and the sight of him just started to become repulsive to her, even his body odor and everything. And I saw some of the clips, they were living in filthy conditions, like the clothes everywhere and all, and she was just like, nah, couldn't get up. Yeah, just imagine living with a smelly commando who is your spouse, apparently. I don't know how. Yeah, it's just disgusting. And in the end, they actually got caught by the authorities when he or she tried to buy Domino's pizza.
It was him.
Yeah, they tried, and so actually, I feel really sorry for her because, in a way, because she was roped into this by an idiot. But I don't understand. I don't understand how can she be so stupid to, believe him.
I think like he gaslit her so much that she just began to question her reality. And like they had recordings of him talking to her, and it was almost like brainwashing tactics he was using. He was
Yeah.
like saying things to her like, why are you being so stupid? This like you know that money isn't real. You know that this isn't real. I've got you've got like eternal life after this. We just need to get through this part. We just need to get through this part. Like this is the bit, and like really just like wearing her down. And I think it just came to a point where it was just easier for her to just go with him.
Mm-hmm.
But like what she got arrested for was she hadn't paid anybody that worked at a restaurant. She hadn't paid any of her bills. She hadn't paid anything. She just disappeared with this guy who spent all
Yeah.
of her money. And he was like, but he gave her the number of this guy who was like his technical man.
Yeah.
And he said, look, you need to give this guy like, because he's first of all he said he was a secret agent and he was working on Black Ops and all this stuff, and like it was all under the radar and all that. And he was like, oh, this guy's your technical advisor, like he'll help you out, so he needs to make sure that you're safe, so just give him all your passwords. And like she gave him all of her passwords just like that. And then this guy was sending like requests for money out from her phone, and like tracking her when they weren't together,
Mm-hmm.
and making out like he was psychic.
Oh, that's really funny, right? Like,
Oh,
yeah.
he's honestly what an evil man. But he ended up, because he didn't have a lot, like she got out on bail and he didn't have a lawyer. So it ended up that he was, by the time that because she took a plea bargain and ended up going to jail for like a few months anyway, and it ended
Okay.
up that he got out before she did, basically.
Mm-hmm.
And he's taken all this money from everyone, like over, it was like 3.5 million or something.
Yeah, I mean, I do agree, the judiciary system in America, some places is really broken. It's not
Yeah.
that, especially in some of the states, though. It's just like that show, what is that? The Worst Roommate Ever.
Oh, I've not watched that yet.
Yep. Because, yeah, that's a different, I think we discussed that on another podcast, because they actually do not have like decent laws to protect the house owners against squatters.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's why. And yeah, I mean, to be frank, I don't know how someone can be so stupid to fall for that kind of stuff. Someone tried to con me like that and say money wasn't real. I'm just gonna tell them to like kind of go fuck themselves or something because
But they
it's not.
don't, yeah, they don't start like that though. That's the thing. They start out as lovely people, and it's like all this love, and you're so special, and all that stuff. And then it's it's not like if some stranger came and asked you for money, you'd be like, yeah, whatever, off you go. But if
Mm,
somebody that you loved
yeah,
asked you for
exactly.
money, you wouldn't question it, and that's how he got away with it.
Yeah, but I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm Asian. I'm more particular on money actually. Yeah, I'm more obsessed with money. So if someone were to ask me for money, I'll ask them like, even if it's my lesson, I'll ask them like, what for? What are you gonna do with the money and all. Because recently I was chatting with this person, and you know what he said? He said something like, one of his friends asked his long-term friends of 10 years who he treated as family and everything for a few
Hmm.
$1,000 and pretended to be broke and everything, and no one gave him. And then he was like, oh yeah, he discovered these people sooner, and good thing we discovered it sooner and all to show their true colors. Actually, I don't really like this guy either. You know, he's just one of those people I pretend to be friends with. And then, like, he was like, so you better know if someone is bad, you can just. Then I'm like, that's not really the point, right? Because you can't really use money as an example, because money is quite a sensitive issue actually, especially, yeah, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I have another good friend who did lend his friend money, because that friend of his actually did some shit. He knocked up a girl and asked for money for the baby, and in the end he was abusing her. Like he took the wife out of the country, and he was abusing her or something, and he never paid my friend back the money. So, and my friend actually knew him for a long time since university, and he never paid back the money. And so my friend was actually quite angry about it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Okay.
Wow. What's the other show you've got?
Sorry, the other show?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Have you guys heard of The Prince Legend?
The Prince.
It's a Japanese show, The Prince Legend.
The Prince Legend. Okay.
Yes, it's recently on Netflix actually.
Prince Legend. Okay, I've not heard of this one.
All right.
What's it about?
Tell us about it.
Okay, so basically it's this typical
Princes, handsome people, handsome men.
Yes, handsome boys. So basically it's this typical shoujo manga brought to life where all the guys compete over one girl. Back in the day in school, girls who watch anime, like me and my friends, we used to watch this kind of harem shows with all the handsome guys and only one girl, and we hated that whiny bitch, the girl. We're just in for the hot guys, just like Token Rambu, Hakoki, yeah, or Utapri. Utapri actually the girl's not that bad. She's their manager. I like her. Okay, yeah. So basically, the story actually begins with Kanade, and Susaku Kanade. He's actually played by Ryota Katoyose, and I'm sure if you guys have actually heard of the J-pop group called EXILE, like EXILE Tribe, EXILE Generations. Yeah, they're pretty famous in Japan, and honestly, they're much better than Johnny's. I hate Johnny's, by the way.
They sell like condoms. Every time you say Johnny's, they sell like condoms.
Exactly, yeah. I hate Johnny's Entertainment and all the whatever is there. I know people are gonna kill me, but whatever, because my standard is quite like international, like K-pop, and I think EXILE actually is international standard from Japan. Yeah, like on par with K-pop actually. So there are a lot of handsome guys actually, and there's the celebrity prince, and they all acted by mostly the EXILE members, and there's the celebrity prince, the delinquent prince, and then the dancing prince, and then the teaching prince, and all kinds of. And there's this guy. He has big man titty.
Excellent.
Yeah, his character is called Aoi Ayanokoji or Ayakonoji. I can't remember. And he's played by Sano Ryo from EXILE Tribe, and he's always in a traditional kimono and the fan, and he loves working out. And you know what's the funny part? They actually show his titty twitching, like going boing boing. And he was like working out with the dumbbells and carrying them upwards. I don't know why they censor his armpit hair with the lighting. So I was like, this is the best scene ever, yo. Man titty, Yeah, one more quality titty. And I think he was the student council prince or something. I can't remember. So they are all obsessed with this one girl called Naruse Kanon. She is poor, unattractive, and very unhappy. And there's so many pretty girls in the movie, right? But in the series, I don't know, this girl is just particularly ugly, plain, and a pauper. Yeah, and she lives in I don't know, a rundown shed or something. And because actually she is the daughter of Suzaku's father's childhood love before Suzaku's mom. And she's suffering from from her father's death, and her mother died. So Suzaku's father said, you must go and make her happy. So that's when the story begins, and they all get obsessed over her for no reason. Some of them don't even like her, but they hate Suzaku and they just want to make him suffer by taking away something from him. Yeah. So, and then there's this tournament. So the series actually ends where they hype up for this tournament, and there are 2 movie installments, by the way. So in the first movie is the tournament, where they ask the princes to do like, stupid things and who gets the highest points. One of the first challenge is Kabedon. You guys know, right? It's like, the guy pins the girl against the wall.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's a Kabedon. So it's like, broadcaster online. So if you like the guy, you just take your phone and click the heart on it. The one with
Yeah.
the hearts win. Yeah, so they actually enter the tournament, and the stupid girl, Narase Kanon, will go on a date with the winner. Maybe. So in the end, actually, and if you kiss the girl, it's a foul. So in the end, Suzaku actually wins, but the girl Kanon says, nah, actually, I don't want to go on a date with you. I was paid to do this because I'm poor. Yeah, by the tournament host. Yes, and he gets really upset, and he actually cries. That's one of the very first time. Ben, do men cry?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Men do cry.
Yeah,
It's
of course
okay
they
to cry.
do.
I've never seen a man cry before.
Haven't you?
I think if a man doesn't cry, I think that can lead to emotional problems. It's
Very
men who
much so,
show
yeah.
feelings, they are much more easy to talk to. If there's men that are too macho, it just kind of feels like they got anger problems coming down the line because they can't talk to people. You know what I mean? That's just me.
No, I agree.
Yeah. So after that, yeah, in the end, so what's the funny part? They actually found out that the girl was in love with Suzaku 2 years maybe, yeah, in secret, and I don't know why they have to be like, oh, I hate you, I hate you, I hate you, because she was rude to Suzaku recently. He said, actually, I don't really love her, but I'm going to make her fall in love with me and then destroy her. Yeah. So and And then they found out that she was secretly in love with him for 2 years because she's poor. She was working at a party 2 years ago. Some of the girls pushed her and she fell into the swimming pool, but Suzaku held her up. And from then on, she actually kind of fell in love with him. But she knew that they were from very different social backgrounds, so it's not going to work out. Yeah. So in the end, they actually confess their love to each other, and I don't understand why it's like ping pong here and there, especially in a J drama where I don't like you guys are secretly in love with each other, right? But then at first you're like, I hate you, I fucking hate you. Like, why should I love you? Blah 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 blah. This and that, this and that. I don't know how indirect some Japanese people are, but some other people will do it very directly, right? Or is it to boost the TV ratings? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Like, yeah.
Think TV ratings. That's be honest. Yeah.
Yes, yeah. And I did recommend this to my friend, the Titty Man. I just said, watch this. And
Really? How is the Titty Man actually?
yeah, he's all right. Yeah, I'm not sure if he watched it or not, but he's even interested in watching it because it's all the
He's
boys.
listening, right? Well, hi, Titty Man.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah. And he's listened to some of our podcasts, by the way.
Make sure you listen to this one. Big shout out to the Titty Man.
Yeah. He's always welcome.
Yep. And yeah, so the show actually ends with because the Prince of Legend tournament is like some tournament. So Suzaku became the third Prince of Legend, and the series actually ends with one of the former Prince of Legend coming to challenge him, which is available on Netflix on 1st of April over here. So I've yet to watch that. Yes, but overall. Yeah, and what's the best part? Who recommended me the show? Another guy recommended me the show. He asked me to inspect and watch, like, hey, is it BL? You be the guinea pig and go and watch it. I'm like, okay, I'll watch. But once I watched it, it was like full of hot guys and all that I like. Yeah, boys, hot boys, Asian boys, yeah. And then I told the other guys, like, I'm not sure if you want to watch this. I know girls will love it, that's for sure. But boys, it's a typical shoujo manga brought to life, and all the boys are like handsome boys and all. And personally, I think Exile members are much better quality than Johnny's boys. Like, back in the day, cartoon was really popular in the 2000s, 2000, yeah, 7, around there when I was a teenager. So, cartoon, I never really liked them. They were like so skinny and their hair was like bird's nest, and I just never liked the Johnny's boy image. Or I mean, I did listen to J-pop, but mostly female singers and Visual K. Yeah, I never really liked the J-pop boys back then, because after when K-pop came out, I was always into the Korean boys, like tall, buff, and all. But EXILE members are also hitting the standards because they are good looking, they're buff and they're handsome. Yeah, they should be the face of J-pop rather than Johnny's Entertainment, to be very blunt about it. Yeah.
Pretty boys are always good in my view.
Yep. And yeah.
And boy bands, for sure.
Yep. And Ryo Sano has the best man TT in EXILE, by the way.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
I will remember that.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. But sadly, he's only 170 cm, 5'7".
Okay, it's quite small.
Shorter than me then.
He is,
Bigger
my
guns
standard
than you.
is 180 cm, like 5'11". Yep.
Okay.
That's what you
Okay.
want. Excellent. Well, I'm going to go on my pick now.
Yep.
If you're done. Are you done?
Yeah, I'm done. You're done.
Okay, so I have got two this week. One that I've watched all of and one that I've watched most of. The one that I've watched all of is Joe versus Carole, which is the Joe Exotic Carole Baskin saga, but
Is that
serialized.
to do with Tiger King, basically?
No. So it's basically the story of where the Carole Baskin and Joe Exotic beef started.
Okay.
How it started and how it escalated and all that stuff. So how Joe ended up, trying to have her killed.
That was still amazing. That miniseries was amazing.
It was amazing, but there was a lot of other stuff. So, and just about how Joe met his kind of throuple, and how it's really good. So it's John Cameron Mitchell playing Joe Exotic, and Kate McKinnon playing Carole Baskin, and they're both absolutely brilliant. I mean, John Cameron Mitchell has got he's carved out a real niche playing like absolute shitheel despots on different television shows. So he plays like a really horrible magazine editor in Shrill. I'm thinking about the kind of far right guy he plays in The Good Fight too. And he just takes all of those skills and just wraps them all up and just becomes Joe Exotic. And it's absolutely amazing. So good. So much fun. And yeah, really enjoyed it. Really worth it. And just how obsessed Joe Exotic was with bringing down Carole Baskin. And just really goes into just how awful the guy, I think there was a bit of a kind of thing at the time we were thinking about that Joe Exotic some kind of eccentric guy, but no, he was utterly obsessed with bringing down this woman.
Yeah.
Because she might impact on his ability to illegally breed large cats.
Yeah.
And just really wanted to bring her down totally, and was he tried to have her killed, and he wasn't very good at it, thank goodness. But he did go as far as getting a hitman, and I think he would have done it himself, given half the chance.
Question: Whose side do you fall on with Tiger King?
Sorry?
Do you take a side, or do you just both think that they're both awful?
No, I don't think. I think Carole Baskin's a perfectly reasonable human.
Interesting. Yeah. Okay.
I think the documentary tried to paint her as some kind of obsessive cloud cuckoo lander who was had it in for Joe because that suited their narrative. And the fact that she had allegedly killed her husband, it didn't serve her, because basically what he'd done is he withdrew all the money from their joint bank account, which she was paying her business money into. She had her own business and everything, and she killed him, so she didn't have any access to any of it.
Yeah.
Because he was missing. like she couldn't say, "Oh, that my husband's dead, so give me the money." So she was ended up with absolutely nothing. So it really didn't serve her to kill her husband and feed him to a tiger or whatever it was it said. So, like, she's a woman who has a an animal sanctuary that just wanted to stop people from abusing animals, and I think she's a very reasonable woman. I think she's an eccentric for real.
You have to be. In that documentary, there's other tiger owners, and they're all crazy as the last one.
Yeah, I was trying because my partner hasn't seen the documentary, so I was trying. He watched a little bit, so I was trying to explain to him. I was like, "Oh, that's Doc Antle. You know, he's got a sex cult and everything." And it's like, is he just people just walking around allowing this to happen? Like, why has this man got 2 husbands? You know, all that kind of stuff. But yeah, a lot of it, like there was some moments in it that I recognised from the documentary, like the bit where one of Joe Exotic's husbands shoots himself in the head.
Yeah.
Was on there, and you know, the campaign manager doing his all Home Alone face.
Yeah.
That was in there, and a couple of other bits as well. So Saf getting his arm eaten by a tiger was on there too.
Wow.
Yeah, so they did the whole scene, even with Joe like going off and getting his paramedic jacket before going to help anyone. So yeah, no, it was interesting. It was a good. Kyle MacLachlan's playing Don Baskin, isn't it? By the way, it's always good to see Kyle MacLachlan in anything. But yeah, really, really good. And I think the other thing I was going to talk about was the Peacemaker.
How is John Cena doing?
Oh my god, it's so good. But I think I've just realised now, as I started talking, I think I might. I'm not going to go into it too much, but just to say that if you were like umming and ahhing about watching the Peacemaker, I definitely think you should like just do it because it's brilliant. It's really silly. It's really fun. It's really self-referential. It like John Cena is brilliant in it, and the opening credits are the best opening credits I've ever seen for anything. So go and have a look at the opening credits if you're 50-50. And then have a. I reckon that will tip you over. But I think I'll talk about that more when it's finished. I think because I think I've talked about more about Joe versus Carole than I thought I would. But I have got one other thing I want to give a quick shout out to actually, which is it's a YouTube series, and it's made by a TikToker, which sounds like the worst millennial bullshit ever. But trust me, it's called Rabbit. And it's about a guy who does jobs that nobody else wants to do. So he's basically like TaskRabbit, but for like hurting people. And it's by a guy called Kyle Prue who does TikTok, and he's got a very good TikTok channel which I enjoy a great deal. So not sponsored, not anything like that, but yeah, go and check it out. Episode 1's on YouTube out. It's really worth his time. For something that's, I mean, the thing is, he's been trying to sell the script to people for ages and nobody picked it up, so he's just made it himself. So it's not a massive budget or anything like that. It's not like really slickly filmed, but it is really well done. So yeah, Rabbit. But talk about Peacemaker more in depth when I'm finished it, I reckon. I think I need to talk about it with somebody else who's also seen it as well. I'm guessing Troy's probably already most of the way through it, if not finished it. Okay, where's Ben? Are you gone, Ben?
Huh? No, I'm still here.
I was like, I can't see you, so I don't know what's going on.
Just a bit.
Just fixes that when I'm listening to the podcast conversation, don't worry. How long was I gone for? Was the audio gone?
No, not at all.
I don't know, you're lying on the bed.
Oh, good, because I am listening along. Yeah, I was just fixing something. Yeah, sorry about that.
That's all right. No, I just didn't know if I was talking to you or nobody. But yeah, that's my picks. Rabbit, Peacemaker, Joe versus Carole.
Poor Troy's not here to talk about it this week. Oh, he would have picked up on it. But I'm glad John Cena's doing good because, you know, he's done really well in Hollywood. And I'm glad to see that he's being used in good roles. He's not just doing. He's like The Rock. He's taken quite well acting, and that's.
But the thing is, there's so many other good people in it. So, Danielle Taylor's in it. Robert Patrick's in it.
Robert Patrick, the Terminator.
Yeah.
Dun, 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 dun.
It's really hard because he's so that Terminator role is so iconic.
And they've copied it since, and it's just not.
Yeah, but every time he gets hurt, you're like, that's all right, it's fine. He's a T-1000, he'll be fine. Yeah. And he's not. He's an old man, but.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so
there's a bunch of good shows to go watch. Right, we're gonna wrap it up. Unless we've got Helen socials.
Square Eyes in SYN on Gmail and Twitter.com.
Troy of Legend 101. He's not here this week, but I'll pimp it. It's a YouTube. Go check that out. Tara, would you like to pimp your stuff, matey?
Yes. Watch my channel. It's below. And yeah, we got a new content coming out this week where I'm gonna unbox my one whole erotic photo book because my birthday's coming up. So I'm gonna do it on my birthday.
Yes, it is your birthday coming up, isn't it?
It's
very exciting.
Next week, yeah.
Very good.
Also, lots of squealing will be happening because Tara's going to be unboxing a photo album.
Of a titty man.
Of titty man, yeah, of course.
Yeah, one whole from Monster X, the ultimate Asian titty man, Captain Korea.
I can't wait for that MCU spin-off, Captain Korea, coming soon.
Yes, one whole.
Let's do it. Let's get Captain Britain in. Or Captain Scotland and Captain England. Let's have all the countries have a captain in the MCU.
Yay.
Captain Faroe Islands. And everyone just laughs at him. Yeah, sorry. Don't know why I did that. Okay, and we've got the Facebook group. Put Sky Syndrome in. You'll find it. Got that. Go check it out. It's all going well there. House of Animation is popping up Thursday. We've just dropped Toy Story 2, where we discussed the love story of Buzz and Woody. Basically, it's unrequited love. It's very obvious why both people love Woody because he's not interested in women. We get into that and other things, and why we hate Jessie so much. With her energy levels, just. Toy Story 5, you watch. They're going to put Bo Peep and Jessie having a bitching contest down a bar or something with a bit of wine. Yeah, you watch. It's going to be like what's that show? What is it? That Netflix show where the old women find out that their partners are gay. That's what's going to happen in Toy Story.
Grace and Frankie.
That's it, Grace and Frankie. And that's exactly what they're going to do in it. They're going to both have a glass of wine in a cafe and gone, yeah, our partners are into each other, aren't they? Yeah. Toy Story 5.
Like Anne Hathaway and Michelle Williams in Brokeback Mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, it's so obvious, and there's nothing wrong with that, but it's clear. There's a bromance going on there. So we talk about that, and basically why Jessie should be hung from a tree because she's annoying. Very, very annoying. But that is it for now. Oh yeah, one more thing. Princess Diana the musical got a lot of the worst awards at the Razzies, by the way. Have you seen this? Before we go, Netflix, the Diana musical. It's hilariously shit. It's awful.
Okay, noted.
Go watch it, and we'll talk about it next week because me and my wife were laughing at it. Like, it's so awful. Not just the way it's shot and directed is hilarious. Like, it's
cool. I'll have a look for that. Yeah.
I'm kind of up to here with Princess Diana stuff now. I don't need to see any more films or plays about Princess Diana. I'm done. But damn, it's hilarious for all the wrong reasons. Right, so it's goodbye from me.
Goodbye from me.
Oh, sorry.
From me. That's okay.
Yeah, and goodbye from me.
Okay. Oh yeah. I don't have anything funny to say here. Oh yeah, Ross Geller is the worst friend.